What's up, everybody? Today on Nostalgia Block, us three will be talking about our favorite video games. Enjoy.
You know, it's always hard for me to pick favorites. It's kind of like music. I can't imagine my life without Journey, but at the same time, I don't think I'd really want to live in a world without Metallica. It's hard to point to one thing and say that it's my favorite, so I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'm going to give you 3 of my favorite games in no particular order. Firstly, Super Mario World, as it was my video game equivalent of a gateway drug. It was really the first game I ever played, the first game I ever really fell in love with. I have a great fondness and deep appreciation for that game, for the memories it brought me. I can always go back to that game and always play it and have the same amount of fun now that I did back then. It was just a really solid, really fun game, and I believe a lot of people from my generation feel the same way. Next up, Super Mario Galaxy 2. Super Mario Galaxy 1 was pretty good, but Super Mario Galaxy 2 reminded me that games nowadays can still be phenomenal. It was innovative, it was fun, and it was challenging. To me, it's the epitome of a 10 out of 10 in a video game. It had everything I ever wanted, not just in a Mario game, but in a video game in general. It completely satisfied me. And finally, Halo 2. Not because it popularized FPSs and online multiplayer on consoles, but because I have such great memories with that game. You know, I feel bad for the upcoming generation because they will probably never get to experience a LAN party. Because, you know, no matter how much fun you have with your friends on Xbox or PlayStation in a party, it can't compare to having 4 to 8 of your closest friends in the same room, getting down on 2 Xboxes on a really good game. And Halo 2 gave me that memory. Besides that, Halo 2 is a pretty damn badass game.
I would have to say... I have cat hair in my mouth. I would have to say that my favorite game of all time, and this is easy for me to pick one, and if you couldn't guess, it's The Legend of Zelda. My favorite one would have to be The Ocarina of Time. It was the first game to really emit emotion from me. It was the first game to really make me feel for the characters. There it is again, the word characters. I keep bringing up characters if you've been following this series. There's so many characters in this game, and just your interactions with them would unfold this like beautiful story. And there was just so many moments. This game was full of so many wonderful moments. There was moments that would make you really sad. There was moments that were really epic. And there were also moments that were just plain bizarre, but you just fell in love with the characters. This whole world full of all these characters that you got to interact with, help, discover, and grow from just made the game amazing to me. Yes, there are many things that make The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time an amazing game, from these wonderful dungeons to these awesome bosses, to all the really cool items that you collect and use, to the phenomenal soundtrack in the game. But all of these things wouldn't quite be as great without all these wonderful characters in the game. And so all of this combined together really helped create these wonderful, touching moments that really invested the player in the world and just... It was frickin' awesome. I just gotta say that. No other game has got me so invested and cared so much about all of the characters in the game. I'll never forget it, and it'll always be my favorite game.
What's going on, guys? Zach here. Hey, we're talking favorites. Now, you can't talk favorites or have a favorites list without having Final Fantasy somewhere on that list. So for me, Final Fantasy VII. Now, this game is awesome. You know, epic RPG, I'm not much of an RPG player anymore. I unfortunately don't have the time, but this was awesome. Little backstory on how I acquired it was back in sixth grade. I traded my friend game for game. He gave me that. I gave him some game. Hopefully, he had fun with it. Um, but little did I know what I was getting into. You know, as soon as the time where I put in the first disc, because that thing, I think it was like 3 discs. It was like that thick, the case. So anyway, um, this game was really awesome. I mean, it immersed you in there into the gameplay. You really felt like, I mean, you couldn't put the controller down because there was always some spot, that you needed to discover or, you know, find more materia, and it was really good. And the characters, you really got to know the characters. And one of my favorite, or, my favorite game, character in there was Vincent Valentine. He had this kind of cool, dark aura about him, and so he was one of my favorite. And you know, I know they've been in the game a while, but you can't talk Final Fantasy without talking about the Chocobos. These things, these little cute little chicken things, were awesome. And um, so you can ride them around, discover things, and they'll help you out too. Um, and another cool aspect that I liked was the cutscenes. Those things were awesome. I mean, I remember the first cutscene, and just seeing it, I was just like, whoa, this is coming from my game. Like that's pretty good. And one notable scene that I remember was when Sephiroth was coming through the flames, and it was just like blew my mind. And it just looked really cool, and how good it looked, and it was awesome. So I'm glad that I actually did get to play this when I had the time to play an RPG, because I mean this one will forever be a favorite of mine. So don't forget to boop that like button and subscribe and comment on this video. Tell us what is one of your favorite games, and let us know. And if you have any suggestions for a future nostalgia block, hey, suggestions are always welcome. So anyway, guys, I'm Zach, signing off. See you guys later.